hello again, and welcome back. Back to Anor Londo, and Lord Dran proper. Him. We have been stuck here for quite some time. If you've seen the last, 4 hours or so of this, you'll already know. We've been, trying to get past Knight Loudtrack and his friends, as well as the Ornstein and Smog boss fight, which I have been mildly unprepared for. I'm sure it's easy to tell. So we're going to try something just a little bit different here. I have been thinking about this overnight and trying to think of the best way we may be able to handle it, and one thing we have not tried yet is ranged attacking them. Not sure if I even have enough strength for something like this. Yeah, Dragon Slayer, great bow, let's see. Another 2 dexterity to use it appropriately. That might be possible. Let's try a long bow, and what I'd like to see is if we have any, if there may be any poison arrows at this giant blacksmith. We may be able to poison them from across the room and then just watch. Just watch what happens. Gotta get better at those parries still. Goodness. Still trying to make it to the fight. Hello and good morning. Good to see you as well. Still hoping to make it to the fight with as much health as possible, if that's possible. Just about everything in Anor Londo seems to be able to, I need to be closer. Seems to be able to get through my shield. Damage me, even though I'm blocking. Which is probably an indication that, my shield / my stats are falling behind. So we're using an Estus, hoping to avoid that, but there we go. We're down to 4. Hopefully this guy will leave us alone, as he has been doing. For whatever reason. He's not a very good guard. It really is. Comment in the chat, the camera work is murderous in these rooms. I fully agree, and I'm so sorry. It is such a narrow, windy area, it's probably making you all motion sick. My apologies. So I'm going to skirt around the atrium here to the giant blacksmith. We'll see if he has what I need in stock. Pardon me for just one moment. I've got that good early morning stuffy nose. Give me a second. Goodness, my apologies. I'm glad you didn't have to hear that. I hope you didn't have to hear that. Okay, on we go. Down the stairs here. I like his little, tippy-tappies. It's always a comforting sound. Tippy-tappies. Alright, do you have, sir, if I may, impose on you, any poison arrows? Do you have any poison I could put on my arrows? Do you have any poison darts? Do you have anything? That is a shame. giant blacksmith does not. So again, it would be something if I want to use that path, the path of poison, I would need to go all the way back to Andre, apparently. So maybe we could try still the ranged tactic, whatever that would be called, but just with normal arrows? I'm not sure. This is all very, very unfortunate. Hoping just to find some way past these so we could get that Firekeeper soul back from the night, and then we could return to Andre, etc., etc. So this is rough. I could buy Dragon Slayer arrows, but I would also need to level up my dexterity twice in order to take advantage of it. So this is just troublesome. I've gotten myself into a dead end of poor planning. And really the only way to get around it may be to go back to Andre, or if I can just get lucky, / perform at all well at either of these fights. I'm still not sure if it's possible to summon anyone like Solare for the night Lautrec fight. Since you're invading someone else's world, I don't think I can take anyone with me. Anyone that would be helpful against, say, Ornstein, etc. Someone in the chat is saying that you missed my last few runs of this. Have I gotten far? I don't think I have. I think I'm probably in about the same area. I have freed an onion man and collected a few items and tried our next few boss battles several times. But I have not gotten far, I regret to say. So at this point, I'm really wondering if we should just go back across the bridge, go to Andre, find some poison arrows. All of that, but it's really just such a shame. So before we go to all that trouble, I am going to try the boss fight once more. I know it was after 2 or so hours of already playing this that I had begun my attempts yesterday. And my thumbs are not in the best of shape these days. So maybe a fresh set of eyes here, a fresh groggy set of eyes will do some good. Yes, someone is saying, can you travel with the bonfires? That is what we're trying to do here. If we're able to beat the boss that is just up those courtyard steps behind our statue friend there, we will get the Lord Vessel, which will allow us to travel between bonfires. Sadly, we are just before that point, and we don't have it yet. So sorry. So yes, we are desperately trying to get the Lord Vessel, which will allow that, at which point it'll be the easiest thing in the world. A blink of an eye. Wrong button there? Excuse me. Blink of an eye, and we'll be back in Firelink, or wherever it may be. But sadly, I'm just a cornered raccoon here, scratching at the face of whoever will come close, until I can get that Lord Vessel. Alright, so I don't think I will lose my souls even if I die here. Let's just go for it. And I will try to cheese them on the stairs again here. If that all fails after a couple of attempts, we will make the long, shameful journey back to Andre of Astoria and try to upgrade a curved sword and get some poison arrows. That will be our plan. But I really, really am hoping there will be some way to do it here. Which arrows do I have? 50 standard. That's about it. If there's really any point in trying to do this. There we go.
So, here we go again.
I don't think there's any point in trying to do that. Not without poison. Or a dragon slayer greatbow. Perhaps. Missed. Missed it all. Ah, that spell is just killing me. Literally, it just killed me. It was my original plan when I first started doing this was to try to take out that spellcaster first, which I still believe is a good plan, but I have not been able to pull it off. Because that spell is just devastating, and it takes off about half that much health, even if I'm blocking, regardless. I may be streaming for a while, yes, an hour or two, perhaps. So if you'd like to arrange things, please do. I won't be going anywhere for a bit. I'll be throwing my corpse against this wall, bashing my head into it. And thank you for joining me. It's very kind. It is very hard to get back in the habit of thrusting yourself so deeply into their intimate embrace. In order to do those parry moves, you have to be really as close as possible to do it. And that is a shame with these spear guys in particular. Way too early? Maybe again too early? I'm not sure on that one. That's just a shame. Trying to get the timing for those spearman parries correct, but they wind up a little more than I think they do. So now we're in danger of losing 15,000 souls. Now I have to go back and get that pile and defeat the swordsman again. And I cannot be silly and lose it. That would just be silly. Trying to use these guys as parry practice for when I need it desperately later. Come on now. I'm wondering, in fact, if I should stop trying to parry the spearmen and just take them out the old-fashioned way. But who knows? This just takes so long these days. Oh. Was hoping that would do it. Oh well. There we go. That's the long way. While we have 17,000, I'd better try to level up once. Use up some souls, so there's less to gamble. Welcome back. Good morning. It's smart to get really close to adversaries in real life as well. Gives them considerably less room to swing. This is very good advice. I'm very, very sorry that you know this in your real life, but very, very good advice. Just in case we end up having to use either that Silver Knight straight sword, I believe that also took 20 dexterity or 22 dexterity, something like that. And in case we need to use the great Dragon Slayer great bow, I will start leveling up dexterity a bit. Sorry, my mind is on too many tracks at once. And the speaking, the making of the words with the speakies. The clips of my most recent stream you just watched made you cry. You laughed so hard. I'm so sorry I made you cry. I didn't mean to create such an emotional response, and I hope you'll accept this heartfelt apology. Okay, let's try twice more or so to, No. It was not close enough. I really just wanted to back up there. Ahem. I'm gonna just run back to the fire and pretend this didn't happen. And what I was saying was, let's try twice more or so to fight Lautrec here. The old-fashioned way. Ahem. Let's pretend none of that ever happened. Yeah, not much better. Jeez, I cannot get the timing right on that. It's so tricky. So tricky, and I'm so out of practice. I am very glad you were able to watch, and I'm glad that it brought you, some small silver lining to all of the tears. I hope. It's really the best I can offer. There will be tears, but would you like a silver lining with that? There we go. The other tactic that I'm no good at is backstabbing instead of front stabbing, whatever that would be. Okay. I really do believe that there's a reliable way to skirt past this guy with little trouble, but I have yet to find it. I believe it's out there. I had better go ahead and use an Estus, but perhaps a little further away next time. Come on, Limpy, let's go. I know that I've probably wounded you, causing this ailment. Darn it, I am just bad at these spearmen. And even worse when I sleep on it and come back and I haven't had enough coffee. And you know, excuses. I don't want your shield bash. I don't want to come to your shield bash. I don't want to bring the soda to your shield bash. So that was terrible. I wasted 2 Estus and still don't have full health. So let's do that again. So sorry. Just have to get past these guys without losing all of the items we need later on. So sorry, checking the chat. Moving a little quickly for my old eyes. There we go. I've caught up. So let me try this parry. Come on. Just delay when I want to do it, because I'm afraid, by about 2 milliseconds. Not a 2 millisecond latency in there because of my fear. Should be good. Ow, that is so rough. And it takes off so much health when you're facing away from them. My goodness. Again, I believe there's an easy way past him. I just have not found it. At this point, I'm honestly wondering if I should take a stab at Ornstein again, like become human and get Solare on my side. Because I just need variety. I'm losing at the same fight over and over again. Going into hour 5. But that's what this game is about. You'll have to pardon me my stumbles. That's just part of the experience. So we have some Estus. It's not ideal, but let's try this one more time since we got past the Silver Knights. Really would like to get this. I hope so. I hope that's why you show up morning after morning to watch me stumble and die. That's what I've been performing, at least. That's all I've been offering you to watch. Alright, I still think the stairs here are my best bet. At the moment. Because this can take off a good 200 or so if I can land on top of them. I just need to land on top of them, which is troublesome and sad. And I just have to be watching that spellcaster at all times, really. It's the only option open to me. Ah, for that reason. Goodness me. And it homes in on you, too, is the bad part. His spell actually follows you around. Which doesn't make any sense to me, even. So there was one hit on the spellcaster. Just have to, like, block out every other sound but his wheel poosh. So that I know when it's coming. It's so devastating to my Estus. Goodness me. Now the spearman's coming into play. Great. Yikes. It's just a difficult time. Oh, that's very kind. You've watched more than a few people play this. And I, if I can rephrase, am far more entertaining and a great deal better than quite a few of them. That puts me in, I'm going to say, the top 80th percentile. I must be better than some. I appreciate that. That's very kind. I'm trying. That's all I can really say. I am trying. I have my hands on the controls. It's all me doing it. Oh yes. You're here for the dog petting and the horse veterinarian school. That's good. That's another fun part of all of this. Don't get to practice those skills much in Lordran. Not nearly enough. Okay. A quick, easy death as I practice my parries. Also here for the double entendres. Well, good. I hope to leave you satisfied. I am very glad you are all here. Whatever the reason may be, I am glad to have you with me on this journey. This journey of horse revival, and dog petting, and failed parries. I could not be happier or in better company. Better company, I say, as I bash away his sword. Just to emphasize it. Alright, let's get zen about this. Let's pull it in. And start behaving as though we know what we're doing. Thanks, camera angle. I appreciated that. Thanks, pillar. Okay. Let's honor this guy with uninterrupted eye contact for several seconds. Alright, enjoy your day. Ah yes, we cannot forget the rescuing of onion men, wherever we might find them. There are not enough video games these days that allow you to rescue onion men, and Dark Souls is filling that need quite handily. It wasn't a double entendre, but it skirted rather close. I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize. I always think there's something I should do to prepare myself. There's nothing to do to prepare yourself. Let's just go die again. Here we go. He didn't even seem grateful. He was more like, oh, I wish you'd given me a chance to prove myself. I'm like, that's fair. It's fair, Onion Man. But I was sort of hoping for just some uninterrupted gratitude from you. I can't get everything I want. That's fine. I don't control you, Onion Man. You have your own life and emotions. It's perfectly fair. Here we go again. I don't know why I'm so bad at timing this. Exhibit A. Oh, goodness. I think it's not even so much the timing as it is the aiming. The aiming of the sword. I'd really love to just separate the spellcaster from the rest of them. Come on now. I don't even know where he is. Where is he firing from? Goodness me. It's also damaging me. When I fall too far, it damages my poor dainty ankles. Really rather severely. Even if I can just get him separated, that's fine. I'll take it. I always expect to be able to stagger him, and you just never can. And there's the spellcaster. Great. So I'm cornered. Blocking does nothing. My shield is completely useless. I cannot separate the three of them. I cannot kill the spellcaster first. Maybe it's time to run back in the long, long walk of shame and try to find some poison arrows. That's really my best bet at this point. Having my souls in my possession, I will use the one thing that is at my disposal. If I do not have weapons, and I do not have competence in the game, the one thing at my disposal is laziness and retreat, which I will happily take them up on. So I guess I have to get back out to the atrium regardless to cross the bridge here. There must be some easy way that I'm forgetting, but we'll figure it out. I keep calling it an atrium. I'm sure that's not it. It's like an antechamber to the throne room. I don't know. It's the play zone. The royal play zone. Used to be filled with colorful Chuck E. Cheese balls, but now is sadly empty. Come on. Oh, too early. Oh, too early again. That pillar is just poorly placed, in my opinion. Also, that spear is quite poorly placed, in my opinion. I think they opened the door and all the balls fell out, is all. It's just like a large drop out there. One day it got gusty, and all of the colorful balls just blew right out of there. Did I say gusty or dusty? I don't know. I have no memory of it. What? I didn't say anything. How did I go all the way around him? Almost a full 360 degrees, and yet still managed to take it in the back, facing away from him. That was such a weird and hilarious position. And speaking of weird and hilarious positions, how about those double entendres, So I'm just going to skirt right out the door here. I probably could have gone the upper way and saved myself some ankle pain, but here we have it. Try to get past that. Ooh, that was the right time to jump, I do believe. And the best part about this, the best part about retreating back into the illusion of sunlight, is that there's less pillars out here. Dear God, I was just getting so claustrophobic. Even just these pillars are beginning to give me stress nightmares. But they're not so bad. Okay. So I'm going all the way back, up the ladder, past our statuesque and handsome friends, and we're just going to catch a ride on the gargoyles again. That's my plan. We have 11,000 souls to check if Andre can out with some goodness and some light. Because I think if I can just get him with like 2, 3, 4, 16 poison arrows, I could just run around away from them, dodging spellcraft, and they would die. They would just die in front of me, and I would laugh and point, and then I would give them a proper burial, because even your most ardent nemeses deserve respect. So in case I die in a very, very stupid way on the way back to the gargoyles, let's sink here. Possibility is high. Chance of cloudiness and me falling off the edge, roughly 60%. Yes, those very unsafe elevators. They are not up to code, for sure. There's no toddler's guardrail here. That's probably what caused the demise of this entire kingdom. They just kept slipping off elevators. All of their major governmental figures, one after the other. Oops, down the corkscrew. Until there was nothing left. And now look at it. Look at what you've done. Oh, it's quite impressive. Yeah, good job. Great city. While we're up here with such a nice view of the city, by the way, you may hear it that I keep referencing the illusion of sunlight. I do believe that this is false. That the world here is not any sunnier than the world everywhere else. It's just being kept aloft by someone's spell, if I'm remembering correctly. And that there is a way later to break the illusion and cause Anor Londo to fall into darkness, which is its natural state at this point. But maybe I'm forgetting, and it's actually more of a big deal, and you're causing the darkness to happen if you do that. I don't know. I seem to remember there's some tricky weirdness going on in Anor Londo. And everywhere else. I mean, it's Dark Souls. It's all about that tricky weirdness. So, we just need to make it back out of Sen's Fortress, which I do believe there is a elevator shortcut for us now, just down the stairs. All hail Big Hat Logan for that. Get off. Get off the ledge. There he goes. Alright. So let us just try to get down there without bursting into flame. Oh, thank you. Happy 25th video on Twitch. I have not been keeping careful track. That is very cool to know. And welcome, and thank you. And thank you and welcome. And welcome and other forms of gratitude. Welcome and bribery. Ah, hello, sir. How are you? Oh. I'm guessing it's this way, but I don't really recall. I think it's this way. There's more spellcraft flinging towards my back. Yes, good. I'll avoid the trap in the floor here. And we are back to our friend Andre. Wasn't too terrible a walk of shame, really. About a 6-minute walk of shame. That's nice. Oh, it may have actually, probably, definitely would have been smarter to not sink to that bonfire. And then I could have, like, jumped off the edge somewhere after I spent all my souls, and we would have gone right back to Anor Londo. Do that. If you're in this situation in the future, do that. Spend your souls and then jump off.
Hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged?
I'm not doing all right. I don't know what would make you think that. I mean, look at my face. And then you said I seem to be doing all right after looking at this face? That's your response to someone in crisis, Andre? I am disappointed. And I believe that you should take some sensitivity training in the future. Okay, let me see your poison arrow stock. You also don't have poison arrows. Okay, who has poison arrows then? Now that we're back in the main area, I'm sure it will be easy to tell. Must be one of the other tee-hee shopkeepers of Lordran that we love so much. Poison arrows. Yes, please. Tell me, Internet. Tell me your secrets. The undead merchant female, which I believe must be the one in the aqueduct?
Be careful now.
It connects to the depths, so I should go back to Firelink and then to the aqueduct. Let's try this. But before we leave Andre, he has the large ember. Jeez. Let me switch back to my chat window here. So sorry. Okay, so Andre has the large ember, which means he should be able to upgrade my +5 falchion, or however you say that.
Anything forged?
Falchion. Maybe it is a modify. Yes, +6. So this is basically saying you've reached the top normal upgrade level, +5. You've hit the normal path's normal end, but you can continue to normally increase it if you choose normal as the upgrade path, which is very, very strange. You'd think that it should just all work if you're choosing the normal path. You should continue to upgrade it all the way up to 10, or whatever the actual limit is. It seems weird that you actually need an ember for this, but okay. I understand. So we're using one of our Titanite shards to put that at +6. And then I believe we can just go back to reinforce. This is all a little bit complicated. And +7. +8. And finally, +10. Okay, so now that I have a +10 greatsword, or curved sword, rather, I do believe that when I go back to the giant blacksmith, he will be able to say, oh, you have a +10 curved sword, do you want me to combine it with Quelog's soul? I hope that is the path forward here. So now when we return to the giant blacksmith, outside of the current boss arena, we will be able to, I hope, get a new weapon. I'm super excited about. And let us go find the undead merchant. That was a bit of a ramble for you. So we're going back into familiar territory here, if I may stumble upon my syllables. We're headed towards the church, with our good old friends, the clergy. Yes, I've said the word normal far too much for one of my streams. This is a heresy. I'm going to have to say the word weird at least thrice. Huh, that was weird. What a weird move. No, I'm done. Just twice, really. But I already said it once, so darn it. Self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm sure that this does not change. You know, it catches my eye as though there's like a new a new candle being lit up on it, but I'm sure that's just silly. And then I'm forgetting the candle that already existed. I'm hoping this is the quickest way back to Firelink. I'm really not sure. While we're in Firelink, the other thing that we did pass up on our way through, purely because of my inability to kill the stray demon in the Undead Asylum, the other thing we still need to go find at some point is to return to the Undead Asylum via the bird taxi. And I believe that's where the peculiar doll item is, which is what allows you to walk into that painting in the big Anor Londo painting chamber. So there's another item that would lead to more new areas. But what I've been doing these last 4 hours, as I'm sure you've seen, is trying to defeat that boss fight with the 3-on-1 guys, because that would cause this bonfire to be back in action. It would restore Anastasia's soul to her, which she rightly deserves, I feel. Let me talk to the Onion Man while he's back in Firelink. I think we rescued him out here before we go to the aqueduct.
I am grateful. You know, I was thinking the gate, the old fortress. Was that your doing?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Yes, I knew it. It seemed like an unlikely coincidence. Well,
No, of course it was me.
this Knight of Katarina thanks you sincerely. Please,
Oh, thank you for this gratitude.
as a token of my gratitude.
I appreciate it. And I think that you're really cute.
There you are.
If I can be a
I'll
little
down
forward.
below shortly. There's nothing worthwhile up above. No worries.
You're heading down below.
I'm
To
prepared
the
for the
catacombs?
worst.
No, even if you're prepared for the worst, you are not prepared, sir, for the catacombs. Please allow me to talk you out of this.
There you are. I'll
I
be
beg of you,
down
do not
below
go down
shortly.
there.
There's nothing worthwhile up above.
Okay, fine. I'll just miss you then. I'll miss you when you die. Going down to the catacombs.
Hello there.
Hey, Big Hat Logan.
You, as promised.
Do you have any sorceries for me?
Sorceries.
Oh, you're the best.
I'm afraid that you are unable to learn sorcery.
That was a fantastic sound he made.
It cannot be taught. Oh, do not fret. Life isn't all about sorcery. You will find your own
Ah,
way.
so he has now seen me in the light of day, and I am so unintelligent that he doesn't even want to risk it. He won't even let me see his inventory of spells,
Hello there.
I imagine. Because I am just strolling through life completely unaware of the greater mysteries. Alright, let's take this slow. I'll try not to be overconfident. It's easy to return to Firelink and think, oh, I've got this. And then you get firebombed in the face. Rather unfortunate. So I'm hoping she's just down here. Sorry, my friend. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We'll just forget about it. Thanks, Drake Sword. I hope he won't follow me. Oh, never mind. Maybe he will. Maybe he will, and I'm stuck having to deal with it. There. Okay. Sorry, my friend. I hope I'm thinking of the right area here. This is the only undead female merchant I believe I can recall. Well, I think they should give her a name. This seems a little
Oh, there
rude.
you are, dearie. I have moss. Now dish up some souls.
You have moss. I thought that was Richard Iawate's job.
You think I've gone to the other side, don't you? That I've cracked my head and gone hollow. You do, don't you?
Well, I am
See
looking
in
at
your
you,
eyes.
so
You trust a bad
yes, I believe that. Alright, so do you have the poison arrows that I crave? Is that a thing? 118 of them? I'm hoping I won't need quite that many. Let's try... Oh... 50. About 50. Sure. Okay, some poison throwing knives. That can always come in handy, yes. Who knows when I'm gonna need 22 poison throwing knives. And I'm gonna buy a bunch of dung, also. Buy some dung. Alright.
Again, if you please.
Thank you. I really appreciate the fact that you had the item that I needed. I really, really do. I guess I don't really need the 3,000 souls. Let's fill out the poison arrows. Why not? I'm sure we'll have plenty, but just in case. I'm right here. Yes, in the chat here. Get more, so you don't have to come back. This is wise. This is wisdom in action. 32 extra poison arrows.
Much obliged.
And thank you, chat.
I like
Oh, I like you too. You're my favorite. Clearly. Because everyone else I talk to goes tee and then kills the firekeeper. So the fact that you're behind bars makes you one of my favorite people in the game. Alright, assuming there's no quicker way back than this elevator here. And also assuming I don't need to do anything else here. You know, we could go back to the Undead Asylum, for example, but I'm just going to get back to Anor Londo. We will try to upgrade to Quelaag's Fury Sword and do our poison thematically, so that I don't cause an intermission in the theme and flow of this longer than I already have with this Walk of Shame. All right. Back up the long elevator. Asked them about putting some Hall and Oates in, but they did not have the budget for it. So I'm just gonna have to hum it in my head. That's fine. And yes, if I had the foresight not to sit at that Andre bonfire, we could have just jumped off any old ledge here, lost 8 souls, no big deal, and we would have been right back in Anor Londo without having to even worry about Sense Fortress. What a blunder I've made. But here we go. We'll get through it real quick. Luckily, we don't have to do Sans Fortress proper, the actual mess of it. Now that we have this elevator shortcut. And oh, I'm so happy about that. So about the elevator shortcut. So at some point we will need to come back here, as was mentioned by a member of the chat. Sterling Aquarel, I believe, who is here with us now. We will have to come back and get these Titanite demons down below. To get the Demon Titanite, which I believe is the upgrade item we will need for Quelaag's Fury Sword, in fact. So we'll keep it in mind. We may be back here faster than not. In the grand search for different forms of Titanite. Alright, our archer friend is back. I say friend, but we all know I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, and I said it to his face. He had to hear that we all don't like him just before he died. That was probably too harsh. I'm sorry. We'll go back and give him a proper burial next time we're coming through here. I hope I'm saying that right. Sterling Aquarel. I imagine there's a lot of enunciation on it. Aquarel? Something like that? Maybe not that much enunciation. I'm pulling the old arms out of the sockets again here. Back up to Anor Londo. Yes, proper burial, meaning pushing his body off the edge. Never to be seen again. A big pile. That's proper, right? It's the right way to handle it. Okay, we're back. Hopefully we can just skirt past everyone again. I guess we could sink to this Firekeeper bonfire once more. As we pass it. Just in case. One of the statues catches us and we're all the way back to Andre. No thank you. Let's not do that. Of course, as soon as I do this, I'll remember some reason that we should be able to teleport back to Andre. Last chance. I can't think of one. Alright. So while I am in a nice, safe, secluded area, let me do a little preparation. I will put my poison-throwing knives and poison arrows in play. Come on, microphone. Work with me here. Okay, and we have a bow equipped. I hope that one will be just fine. We can't use the Dragon Slayer Great Bow yet, and I'm not sure if that can only take large arrows or not. It may not matter. Okay. So let's see if we can first get to the giant blacksmith. Let's make that our stop one. See if they can use the +10 curved sword now, or not. Back down the safest elevator in the world. Safest and perhaps most gaudy. Yes, that is true. I have not stopped for coffee yet. And I do not have any coffee yet with me at the moment. Which is just a massive shame. Yesterday was my day where I was like, I need to go out and get coffee. And if I don't go out and get coffee, I'm going to wake up Sunday morning without coffee. And then that is what happened. And now we're here. You're caught up to now. So that should tell you something about my mental state, for sure. Perhaps coffee can be the reward for finally restoring Anastasia's soul. You feel it quivering, Captain? It's quivering the ship! I don't know why we're a ship now. Fully crewed, no less. But here we are. Alright, I don't know if I should go back to that other bonfire. I think I'm just going to leave it at this one for now. I think that'll be fine. Let's try going to the giant blacksmith. Yeah, the message, the quivering black eye orb message popped up, and that made me think, oh yeah, we're doing that. We're doing just that. But no, let's go to the giant blacksmith. Try to get this sword first. This might also help us in the battle quite significantly. There are coffee deliveries, surely. That sounds great. I haven't even considered that option, really. But yes, sure.
Hello,
my dearest friend, my tippity-tappity friend of mine. I have a request of you. Quelaag's Fury Sword. There it is. Okay, we can do it. We just need to grind out a few souls. That's fine. I will happily grind those souls for you. Whew. Okay. Taking a sip of water. That's what I do have instead of coffee. And the other thing I would love to know is... I think these stats will be fine. I think they will. Okay. So the interesting thing about Quelaag's Fury Sword, as we go out to grind here, I'm not sure where we should be grinding exactly, but we'll figure it out. The interesting thing about Quelaag's Fury Sword is that it has a special ability that, with your humanity, it actually increases damage up to 10. So with those little souls you can use and keep in the counter up there in the top left, currently I have 0, 0. But if I could get that up to 10, the sword itself is actually at its most powerful. Minus upgrades, of course. So I'm kind of thinking maybe these statue guys, even back across the bridge, might be easiest. I have a rough time with the gargoyles, what with their lightning and everything. And if I die, I will be back towards that bridge anyway. So let's head that way, and we'll try to grind this out real quick. I probably should have equipped something there. Not... Ooh, sorry for that sound I just made in your ear. The sound of surprise. No, thank you. Really, really no thank you. Okay, let's try these guys. This seems like probably our safest bet for some quick grinding without putting the pile in a weird spot. But maybe that's just me. Oh, that is a long walk, though. Every time I get about halfway through it, I regret. So how are you guys? Yeah, you having a good day? A restful weekend? Just kill some time here as we wait for the elevator cycle to completely come back down. There it comes. Okay. And we're back. So I forget how many souls these guys actually give you, but I'm hoping it's at least 1,000. And maybe 5 or so, whittled down, would give us what we need. Can I interest either of you gentlemen? I guess I don't have my catalyst equipped at the moment. Let me switch back into that. And then we'll have to recall to switch back into the bow. I think this might be the best way not to have to handle them all at once. Anytime now. Alright. That must be about it. So let's just hope he doesn't catch wind of us over here. That one caught me. One caught me good. not having good camera angle luck at all. There. Take a bit of a risk. 1,500, perfect. So just a couple of these guys should do it. Oh, I thought that was fine. I thought wrong. Trying to get better at going through his legs in preparation. Oh, that sounds weird. In preparation for fighting several other people of that size, which I know I'll need that tactic later on. That was a little close. Could have dodged instead of just backtracked. Sorry, sword. Yikes. Okay. That is the 5,000 I need. I don't suppose there's any reason to be much greedier than that. Except that I may be able to upgrade. I may have like a demon titanite that would allow me to upgrade it itself. After I make the Fury Sword, I may be able to also +1 it. So let's kill the other side of guys as well. Though now I've brought that side back to life, it doesn't matter. Dealer's choice. Let's just get a couple more in case we can upgrade afterwards. If you don't mind the brief intermission here. It really could use a shuttle system. Around here, a monorail? I wouldn't complain. It's crotch time. That's the way I'm rolling, just crotch time. It probably shouldn't be a song. Now that I've sung it aloud, I think it's clear. I guess I don't really need to need to Sorcerer's Catalyst him. He's already friendless. In that, we have a common thread. Just two lonely soldier dudes killing each other in Anor Londo. As has been the case, lo, these many 300 years. These many 300 years. I'll just get him in here, because I don't want to fight him out there. Out there on the balcony. Or the water closet, depending on how you look at it. really do need to let him have his intimate private space there. Stop. Ah, so close. So sorry. I'm trying too many between the legs maneuvers to focus on not dying here. Let's go get that pile. That's the nice part about grinding guys who don't attack you until you're ready. Because usually you can just go grab your pile, no big deal. And let's try to kill one more, at least, get it up to around 10,000, just in case. I don't know how much we might need. Beyond evermore. More souls for the soul pile. Stab him in the intimate private space! Use the pointy end. Oh, that didn't leave me in a good position. Okay. Oh, let's just go ahead and get it above 10,000. One more guy, and then we'll make the, hopefully what will be our last walk of shame before we possess the Lord Vessel. No. No. Neither of those are what I desire. I was cutting it a little close on the roll direction there. Okay, nothing for me? Then let's go. So hopefully this will allow us to finally get the sword we have so desperately desired. We can try even to outfit it with a little humanity, hopefully even upgrade it to +1 or so. And then we'll try poisoning Lautrec. It's much better to have options. Thank you for bearing with me through all of the lack of options. Melee-only tries there. It probably went on far too long. Alright, going down. And I am now going to, lie on the floor. There. I'm going to lie on the floor in front of the television. On my tummy box. Oops. There we go. Almost missed my stop. So confused was I by the fact that I said tummy box. I almost missed my stop. And now let's just let that hang in the air for a while as we walk across this bridge. Try to picture in your mind's eye like a wisp of smoke against a black background, highly contrasted, and the smoke slowly begins to form itself into the word tummy box. Now wake up. Alright, go on about your day. You're definitely not brainwashed. You have my assurance. How could I have? How could I have brainwashed you with the word tummy box? Alright, so I have to remember, once again, every time I come in this room, I think, let's start the fight. But I have to remember to go up and around to the Giant's blacksmith first. The Giant blacksmith, not a Giant's blacksmith. He will serve any customer. He's not picky. That is it, yes. Laying on the floor, in my robe, without coffee, on my tummy box. If we were playing a game of Clue, why, you'd have nailed it. It was Colonel Mustard, on his tummy box, in the conservatory. I don't think you know how to play this game, Grandpa. I'm very, very much hoping that this will work. I see no reason why it should not. Let's hope for the best. Strong you are. Okay, so I want Quelaag's Fury Sword. I will waste, for perhaps the first time ever, I will waste a boss soul during my original playthrough This is new territory for me. Alright, so I can have it come back down if need be for any reason. That's good to know. I can revert the modification. Let's check if any old upgrades are possible. +1. Perfect. We do have more Demon Titanite. We could actually get it up to +2. We just don't have the souls for it. So that's good to know. But we got our +1. That's all I really care about at the moment. Okay. So yeah, let's try that. 1,000 souls to lose. That's fine. Go ahead and use an Estus. Wastefully. And I did better switch back to a bow and switch back to sword. Or not back to, but to it for the first time. I'm hoping it is a one-handed sword. Okay, good. Hard to tell sometimes. So let me get out here in a wide area, free of pillars. One of the very, very few areas free of pillars. And check this moveset out. So we now have a flamey slash of several different types. Different orientations of flamey slash. And then a big overhand. Lovely. I can't see as that would be a bad thing for the 3-on-1 fight. May help significantly. Perhaps with an aggressive attack strategy. But I'm still going to try to poison them, because now it's just a matter of spite. Let's be honest. Alright, 1,000 souls to gamble, no big deal. I don't think we're even gambling them in another world here. We are still synced to the other bridge bonfire. I think that's just fine. We'll keep that going for now. Let's try this. Thank you for bearing with me. Put down that spider leg. You're gonna put an eye out. Yes, I am. I'm so sorry. A lot of unnecessary household damage that's gonna happen from me flinging this spider leg around. Alright, give me one moment. There we go. It was probably more than one moment. But I'm back. And bow time. Double check. I'm sure it is. I'm sure we had already ensured this. But yes, poison arrows. Fine. Well, I don't know if I actually successfully poisoned any of them, but we'll keep trying. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Back off. Oh, jeez. There's that good old homing spell again. Alright, so let's try that once more, and hopefully not miss quite as many of the arrows. But yes, that sword helps much more. I'm thinking at this point, with this sword, it's only hurting me to run up the stairs. I should probably stay down in the wider area. Try to keep the spellcaster perhaps behind a pillar, and just open fire. Literally, with my flaming sword, open fire. Almost walked off, to be honest with you. almost did. The other thing I can still also take a stab at is switching into a new form of armor. Like, for example, I could just change into the hamster ball of Havel's set and just stand there and beat the holy snot out of them. That's an option that's open to us. And maybe that would be the way to go. Just put away the shield, double hand this flame sword, and just take out all of my anger. You always have options. Gank that mage, yes. This is the wise advice. He is what is causing my death every single time. He or she, it's hard to tell. Okay, back up here. La 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 la. Alright, let's try this one more time before we do anything too drastic. I don't even remember now how many tries this is. We must be above a dozen or so. How many times does he have to teach me this lesson, old man? At least a dozen or so. Alright, come on. Well, I can miss entirely. That's fine. Jeez. I don't know if I got enough in to poison him.
Here we go again. How many times will these lambs rush to slaughter?
I hope I did. And he can be staggered. So that's good. Yikes. Ah, come on. Keep that behind the pillar. No thank you to any of that. Ah, every time. So I feel like he got poisoned for a second, but did he then just heal himself? No big deal? Oh, so close. Okay. Darn it. I'm just always leaving a weak spot. Oh yes, some small progress. Every continued death is progress to me. I'm desperately sorry for this long walk, though. It's really either this or you have to see me parry badly. I'm not sure which is the better option. I don't know if there's like an item I could equip that would make my poison damage more effective or something weird like that. Is there like a spider shield or something crazy that does that? has resistance to poison. It does not increase your poison. I cannot remember. I thought there was some way to, like, throw something and poison all of them, and then you can just run around the arena and they'll die themselves. But maybe they have changed it since my last playthrough, which was many years ago. I really don't know. I keep thinking you'll call your horse. Yes, I keep trying to, I'm sure. Like, yeah, we don't want to walk this whole section. Let me call Klaus in. Come on. Okay. Just do a little rolling away there. That'll be fine. I really don't know if it matters, too. I'm trying to do this before I do the Ornstein and Smog fight, because I thought it might go away afterwards. I'm not sure if it does. If it doesn't, and it doesn't matter which order we do in this, we can always break it up with a little variety and try both boss battles, but I don't know. I don't know if it matters. The sequence of it. So I'm just going to keep doing this. Good morning. We're hoping to win. The question, are we farming or are we winning? We're hoping to win. We just did a little bit of farming prior to this. So I'm very, very much hoping to show some progress here. We'll see what happens. It's only my 15th or 16th try, I'm sure. And I just don't know about this. They are dodging me more often than I would like with the poison arrows.
So, here we go again. How many times will these lambs rush to slaughter?
He really does. Someone was mentioning that Knight Lautrec there, the guy in gold. When he speaks, he sounds a little bit like James Cleveland. He really does. Oh, that's not good. Hey. That was the worst place I could have landed. Between two of them and a pillar. Alright. Can probably get closer. The idea is I want to be as far away from them as possible to get as many poison arrows into them to increase the poison effect. So getting closer would allow me to do fewer arrows, is what I thought. But if I'm thinking of that incorrectly, I would love to know. Absolutely. It's fun to watch other people's player ghosts float out there like an old cartoon. Absolutely, I will try at close range. Maybe I'm forgetting that poison damage increases if you get closer. That would be amazing if it does. I am open to any suggestion, absolutely. After 15 or 16 tries, I'll take it. I can't believe there was that one try last session, which is just stuck in my back like a knife, where we got both of his cronies down. We took care of the yikes. We took care of the mage and the spearman, and we were just fighting him, with fire bombs or whatever it was, and we got so very close to winning. And that's when it should have happened. There's some reality of all of us out there where we won then, and we are much further along in the game now. But it's not this reality, sadly. It also doesn't help that the bow mechanics in this game, if I could pair them to an item, would be the dung pie. It's incredibly difficult to use bows, very unintuitive, very hard to switch out of, and kind of a massive pain. They also do not aim well, and have physics attached to the arrows, so the arrows drop over distance. So you can never really shoot in a straight line. The other thing I'm really just not sure of is if it's partially the bow I'm using. Like, if I could use this great bow, would I do more damage / poison damage? I have no idea. I can't use that. I don't have enough dexterity. So I have so many questions. So, on the off chance that this does do more damage, for some reason,
So, here we go again.
it's as close as I can get.
How
I don't have any items that allow me to sneak, like the Ring of Fog or anything like that, so I can't get very close to them. I thought I dodged that. Thought that was the right time to dodge that. I appreciate that greatly. It's not the destination, it's the time here with you. And so it is with me as well. My only concern is in creating these giant gaps of boredom and bad feeling. It always feels so nice to be able to progress through with great victory, and the whole thing has a smooth flow. And when you get caught on one of these times where you're just sort of banging your head against the wall, it feels frustrating. And when you have an audience to watch you bang your head against the wall, it feels like you're hurting people. I'm hurting you and wasting your time. But it really is about being here together and trying to get through the game as many tries as it takes. I'm not here to impress you, that's for sure. I'm here just to try to make it through. For those whose thumbs are in even more pain than mine and can't do it themselves. That is my quest. So I appreciate your patience. Hopefully there will be some progress at some point in the future. And at this point, I'm really not sure if it's just better to be at the other bonfire and fight the parrying guys rather than have to get through those two. I am not having good luck retaining my Estus on either path. That's it. I'm just discovering new ways not to kill them. The old pacifist playthrough of Dark Souls. It's going well. Alright. I'm trying to decide if at this point it would be worth it to bring any humanity into play. I keep losing it so quickly, I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be worth it. However, I am considering going off this way. At this point. Because while this room is my own personal nightmare, It does seem a little bit easier to get through at times. Though not from this angle, surely. I think I've just given up on blocking completely. He seems to have stopped blocking, and there's nothing I can do about it. There we go. I didn't make it. But oh well. So we're back across the bridge. I was hoping to maybe catch that one, but we did not. And this is a long walk. Oh goodness. back to the long walk. There we go. A little delayed there. If there are indeed 1,000 ways to die, I've likely climbed up into the 400s. So we're getting there. We're almost halfway. It may be time, finally, to try some new armor, methinks. I don't know what I can use that would give me any sort of speed, but at this point, they just lock me in a corridor. I really want to say corridor, for some reason. A coroner. There we go. A coroner, perhaps. They like to just lock me in the corridor and wail on me. I said corridor. So maybe I should just wear the heaviest thing I can and stop trying to roll and dodge. 3-on-1 rolling and dodging. Not so fun. Just get all of them to give up the chase here. Alright. So let's just try something crazy. It'll at least be different. Why not? I have never done this before. Heavy armor. But there we have it. Little bit slower to get back on my feet. So I'll have to be trying not to roll, really. Just in case, why not? We do have a pile of 1,000 souls lying out in the other hallway there, but I'm just gonna let it go for now. So I don't think I have any way I could sneak past them. I'm trying to think if I have any items. I know there was one other ring or something in addition to the fog ring that did something, like quiets your footsteps. But I just don't remember. So I'm going to run right in.
So, here we go again. How many times will these lambs rush to slaughter?
Oh, jeez. He just parried me. And that's a one-hit kill, apparently, even with Havel's armor. Disappointing. Yeah, I have got to make it over to the hallway. This elevator is killing me. I'm just going to make that the point of this now, because I do believe it must be faster the other way. This is too much. And what else could we even try? I was going to get back into this for now to make the long run. So we've got to get to that other bonfire and stop doing this. I will try to make it past the stabby room. now we get to that point where I've already said, thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for being patient so many times. It's becoming repetitive as we come across this bridge. There's very little to say here that we have not said. Stab the absolute fluff out of their tummy box. Yes, this is the way. Okay, so I want to get up and around to the other bonfire here. And to prevent us from having to make this walk again, there are many nice things about that bonfire. The 10 Estes being chief among them, but it's just not worth it. It's not worth the long walk. All right, come on. Come on up here. We'll have a little talk. Jeez. There goes my souls pile. And we're all the way back to the beginning of the walk again. This is just the sort of thing that's so frustrating to be live for. It's the thing I would love to just shut off the feed. I'll make the walk. We'll turn it back on later, kind of thing. Gosh, we just have to get past it. Oh well. This is why they consider this part of the game to be one of the very worst. And they give you the one item that would make everything better by being able to teleport all around and get the sneaky rings you need right behind it. It's the only obstacle to that. Stare at the heavens and possibly walk off the edge. Even my walking animation looks just tired and sad. He's trudging his way up the stairs with his spider leg. The kid from Limbo, all grown up in a world gone mad. Okay, give me just a moment here. I'm hoping they're not still chasing me, but maybe they are. Not the time to give me just a moment. Okay, give me just a moment here. I'll be right back. Alright. We have visited the balcony. There we go. So, we are trying to get back to this bonfire. We're trying to sneak past the stabby spearman, who we are now 0 for 3 with. And then, of course, we'll just be on the other side of him, having to do the same thing to get back to the boss arena. Lovely. That's what it's all about. So you come on up here. I'm gonna just try something different this time. I'm going to let him come out of this area, and then I'm going to sneak past him. As he shield bashes me good. And I'm just going to walk right past. And hopefully do the same with the swordsman. But we'll find out. Okay. Just have to do it. That's the rough part. I wonder where Knight Solare has gone. I hope that's not an indication that he will no longer be available for the Ornstein fight. We still need to return to that. I'm not sure what that means. So this Fury Sword, despite how much we scrimped and saved to get it, is not doing as well as my Drake Sword against these guys. It's very disappointing. After all that work, to be doing less damage. That's part of the issue I'm having here. Find a way to get the timing right on that. It's always longer than I think it is when they begin their move. And it's not like when they begin their move, it's the first frame of them actually attacking. And I just do not do well with spears. I can't figure out the timing. I can't figure out the timing for swords either, let's be honest with ourselves. Like that. Just too late every time, by about a half second. It's like that was almost killing them flat out in one hit with the Drake Sword, and then it would only take one hit to kill them when they got up. Now it takes 2 when they get up. And I'm disappointed by that. I don't know if I just need more souls to grind out more souls to keep upgrading it, or if I need humanity to give it the damage boost it needs. These are my questions. There's the spear parry, finally. Like, how did that not kill him? How, I ask you? Okay. I'll jump across to the giant blacksmith again here real quick. I think he only had 2 weapons. I think it was like a giant's halberd and maybe a giant shield or something like that. I don't think he had any bows whatsoever. We do get the Dragon Slayer Great Bow, which we could try to grind up, but I don't even know if you can use that with normal arrows. I guess I could check here, but not until I grind it up. I need more dexterity. Yikes. Now my brain is searching for any other exit door I have not taken here. Anything else I can try? Hello, Tippy Tappy, sir. So yes, I don't think he has anything that's going to help us. A shield and a halberd. But oh well. It's been a while since I've repaired. But everything's fine for now. So I'm not sure what I want to try. At this point, we're again coming close upon 2 hours, and we're in the exact same spot. We have gotten some progress in this sword, etc. But we're still stuck in the exact same spot. I don't know if I want to try the boss fight itself again at this point. I think it may be time to just step away from Dark Souls. Oh yes, good luck with your thing, your stream. I hope it goes well. And thank you very much for your time in coming by. I appreciate that. So yes, I may also be leaving. That was directed to a member of the chat. I think I may try to take a break here. Maybe do some research in the off time, the off screen, and see if I can figure out how to make some progress here. See if I can also figure out if we're able to go ahead and do the Ornstein fight, and then come back to the Lautrec fight later. If we can get any progress down any path, that will be good. I appreciate your patience, and I'm so sorry to again, after 2 hours, leave you in such a spot with nothing good having happened. But I appreciated your company and all of your fine jokes in the chat, and for sticking with me. We will make it. That is my vow. Even if I have to cheese them, even if I have to glitch it out and cause them to disappear from the game entirely, we will make progress. It's just a matter of me not becoming dispirited. And I'll work on that. I will. I appreciate your time. We'll see if maybe we can come back. I have some errands to run here, but we'll see if I can come back and play something a little less oppressive in a moment. Maybe we can grab a Fallout settlement or something. We'll figure it out. Thank you for your patience. Next time you see me in this room, we will make some progress. That is my vow. All right, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Wave. Bye for now. Thank you again.